Good morning, everybody. This is Kobi Rex. I am really excited this morning to be doing a presentation on what's going on in the mortgage market. So let's get right into the numbers. Okay. So these numbers are brought to you by Premier Lending. So all these rates assume we're at a 720 credit score and that you are putting 20% down. So every specific situation, please reach out to me and I would love to give you specific answers on what's going on in your world. Okay, so let's look at the 30-year conforming. This is what most people call a conventional loan. So 6.78%. That is up a little bit slightly from last week. Big ones that we see a lot in the Colorado Springs, in Texas and Florida are VA loans. They're still right around 6.375. And then FHA is still right around 6.5 with 15 years. It was actually underneath 6% for a little bit, and now it has popped back up. So let's go in here real quick, talk about rate trends. So this is about a month of your trends. So as you can see, it was still the highest when the trade war was going on. The trade war is still ongoing, but it is interesting to monitor this. I want you to pay attention to I'm going to take out the jumbo line. So that way we can focus on what most people will be dealing with. So this conforming here has stayed pretty flat. And then also I'm going to get rid of this line because now other people are going to look at. So if you see right here, like we're talking 6.5 to like 6.3, our rates have stayed pretty consistent. So one of the biggest things that we're seeing in terms of the 10-year treasury is what it's based on. So when the 10-year treasury typically goes up, we see our mortgage rates go up, and when it goes down, we typically see mortgage rates go down. So what I'm noticing here is that we had our worst time during the trade war, and then also, actually that was right when Trump got inaugurated. And then basically we are getting back to the highs that we saw right during the height of the trade war. So we're continuing to evaluate that. But I really want you to go back and look at this chart, and rates have stayed relatively stable. So if you're thinking that you're making a move this summer and you're waiting for rates to change significantly, they haven't. They're pretty consistent and in line with where they have been. So let's get out of all that. Okay, so final thoughts. I really am seeing much more volume in terms of people looking for houses. Summer is the peak buying season because kids are out of school. So I would highly suggest that if you don't have a plan yet for the summer for your buying strategy, I would highly suggest getting with a realtor. And then also I would love to have the opportunity to discuss with you about what your options would be on the financing side to make sure that things are as manageable as possible. So if you want to start that journey on your first mortgage with me, feel free to go into my link, kobirex2.flowify.com, or go to my page on Premier Lending. And I really look forward to seeing you have a great summer buying season. Have a great day.